My game is The Networks. So The Networks is a strategy game where you're all TV network executives. You start the game with a little bit of money and 3 terrible TV shows, and you're trying to get the most viewers after 5 seasons.
So how did you come up with the idea for the game? Are you from the TV industry, or did you just kind of...
I worked in film and TV as a sound editor for 5 years, but that's not really why I made this game. I had a game mechanically that happened to work with this theme, and then it turns out that the more I worked on it, the better the theme integrated. And at this point, you know, upon the game's release, the theme and mechanism are incredibly well integrated with each other. And that's very important to me as a designer, to have a theme that really meshes well with the mechanisms.
How long have you been working on the game?
It's a weird question to answer because it doesn't always signify quality. Like, there are people who've been working on their game for 10 years and it winds up being no good, you know? So it's been quite a few years, I'll say that. But I feel like I really leveled up as a designer a few years ago, and once that happened, the progress on the game really became exponential. Like, suddenly the game got very good once the light bulb started going off in my head.
And how's it been received at the show so far?
Beautifully. Like, people, I sold out yesterday, Saturday, just after lunchtime. And until then, everybody who had, every table that had demoed the game, at least one person bought a copy of the game, and that's always a great sign that you don't have any tables getting up and leaving and not buying the game, you know?
Yes, everyone enjoys the game when they see it. Okay.
Yeah, they really like it.
Is this the first time you've shown it to the public as well, or not?
This is the first time that people have been able to buy the game. I have been showing it to the public before and taking pre-orders. I did that. I've been doing that since. I did a little bit at Gen Con last year, but I did it at Essen a lot. I think Essen was the first convention last year where I was really showing it off a lot.
Is this your first game?
No, this is my 4th game, actually.
Okay,
yeah. So my previous game last year was a party game called Bad Medicine, and that was the first game I self-published as Formal Ferret Games.
Okay, cool. And what's the kind of future hold for you?
So I am developing and co-publishing a game called Peak Oil, just co-designed by Heiko Gunther, who is the graphic designer for The Networks, along with Tesla vs. Edison and New Science. So I'm working on that, and he's the other co-designer is Tobias. I don't want to butcher his last name, but it starts with an S and it's German. And so that's working on that a lot. I'm looking to get Bad Medicine back in print. I have a word game called Prolix that was my first published game that I am hopefully going to re-release at some point with new rules. And there is a strategy game that I'm working on right now about sports agents that I would love to get on its feet. But that's like at least 2 years away. That's the distant future.